Why I do not have any women employees. Now, before you rip me apart in the comments, it's not because I don't want to hire women, it's because they don't apply. Me being in this business for almost 10 years, not a single woman has applied for an on-field position. Which I absolutely understand, it's a dangerous job and it comes with a lot of responsibility and a lot of training. Which is kind of strange to me because all of my guys, they're never alone. They're always in groups of 2, 3, or even 4 guys when they're refilling units all day. And they're watching each other's back every second of every shift every day to make sure that they're okay, so there should be no reason why a woman would have any problem doing the same job. Really, the only thing I would worry about if I had a female employee was getting my guys to actually watch their mouth and watch their behavior. Yes, we're all adult men, but I mean, if you put men in one room together, then we're all just little kids at the end of the day. But yeah, I have it all planned out in case we get a woman technician one day. But yeah, right now I have over 200 applications for field technicians and not a single one is a woman.
Many women tend to bring personal relationship drama into their professional lives, treating their jobs like a soap opera. In male-dominated fields such as contracting and insurance claims, problem-solving with male colleagues typically involves practical discussions and efficient resolution. However, working with female colleagues in my experience often leads to neglect, unanswered messages, and the need to involve a male colleague to make progress. This pattern is frustrating and predictable. I recently watched a video of a woman getting fired, and instead of eliciting sympathy, it showcased a classic case of self-victimization to excuse poor work ethics.
And as of today, they're going to part ways.
I think I'm about to get fired. I've been having some issues with this company for quite a while. I couldn't come into the office today because I had a really bad migraine, and I told her, I can log on later if I'm feeling up to it. I just am not feeling good. And now all of a sudden she's scheduled a discussion in 10 minutes on Google Meet, and I believe I am getting fired. I hate.
Good riddance. No wonder so many businesses, like companies and restaurants, are short-staffed. Too many people can't be relied upon to do their jobs. Imagine the audacity of telling your boss you'll work only when you feel like it. The rest of the video exposed significant issues in her performance review. It's perplexing that some still don't understand why companies might hesitate to hire women. She cited mental health problems as an excuse to shirk her responsibilities, and then blamed the company for not accommodating her lack of effort.
Number one, I got asked what is the accommodation I was asking for. So I have a lot of mental health problems that don't affect my everyday life, but they can sometimes. I wake up with panic attacks sometimes. To be honest, they were triggered a lot by this job. And all I was asking for was to work from home on certain days that I would have what they like to call a flare-up. It's not eczema, it's a disability. And that would not happen very often, but the more that this job started to break me down, the more that they would happen.
What tasks are they assigning her that lead to these panic attacks? It's understandable that for many women who haven't had prior work experience, the idea of a real job can be daunting. Frequently, these women fail to exert the required effort. Recently, a woman was terminated from her position because she was doing nothing. Surprising, isn't it?
This 38-year-old Sydney woman was fired from her job when her boss tracked her keyboard activity when she was meant to be working from home and found she wasn't working much. Susie Chico had been working at one of the largest insurers in Australia for the last 18 years. But after months of her missing meetings, being late to tasks, and even the company copping a fine from the regulator because of a document she didn't file, her boss decided to start monitoring her keystroke activity from home. That is, the number of times she presses a key on her keyboard per hour. Without her knowledge, they tracked her activity from October to December. They found she didn't work her rostered hours for 44 days, started late on 47, finished early on 29, and worked 0 hours on 4 days. They presented this to her and ended up dismissing Susie a few months later. Except she took it to the Fair Work Commission saying it was an unfair dismissal. But after hearing all the evidence from the insurance company and not much from Susie proving that she was actually working, the Fair Work Commission decided it wasn't an unfair decision.
This is frustrating because it highlights a professional irony. It becomes particularly ironic when women complain about earning less. Not only do some avoid real work, but they also feel entitled to men's paychecks. Feminists often wave the wage gap flag, conveniently ignoring that women either lack the necessary skills or choose lower-paying jobs compared to male-dominated fields. Bravo for setting such high standards. Watch as this guy expertly dismantles this feminist fantasy.
All jobs that run the infrastructure of modern day society are typically run by men, over 90%. So what I'm saying is that the top 10 paying jobs are dominated by men versus the top least paying jobs are dominated by women, because women don't have the same interests as men. Women get paid less because of choice, not because of their gender. Women could go into the same career fields that men do, they choose not to. And this is even more exacerbated by the fact that women dominate college, yet they still earn less. Women go into majors that pay less because of choice. They want to go into social sciences and not STEM. When you actually equate apples to apples, right? All working individuals with the same profession, same career, same education, same experience, etc. Women actually earn more than men.
Okay. Well, why do men have maternity leave?
What? They have paternity leave.
Or whatever, paternity leave.
The irony of some women complaining about the gender pay gap is striking. Many avoid productivity while demanding equal pay, ignoring that they often choose lower-paying fields or lack skills for high-paying jobs dominated by men. The gender pay gap debate is filled with selective facts and entitlement, even as data shows the gap is shrinking, especially among younger generations. Women in the US earn about 82 cents for every dollar men make, but this figure oversimplifies the issue, which involves career choices, work hours, and industry segregation. Before decrying unequal pay, it's important to consider these factors. Women often overlook the lack of female applicants in technical fields, where they expect job offers without effort. A revealing video highlights the irony in these complaints, showing that many women avoid applying for STEM roles altogether. Encouraging women to enter STEM is crucial, but it requires active pursuit of these opportunities. Instead of blaming the system, women need to assess their own choices, as success in STEM requires effort, which may explain their aversion to such positions.
If companies can pay women less, why don't they hire all women?
Well, that's a whole nother story.
Really?
I understand your argument, and I understand that you're angry.
I'm not angry.
I can hear it in your voice. Listen
not
to
angry.
your voice.
I'm hearing
Now
my voice and I sound pretty calm.
You have now shifted the quality of your voice, and I thank you for that.
Okay.
And you've just given me a condescending look, and that's another reason why we need feminism. And now I'm done, and thank you so much.
It's no surprise that companies are hesitant to hire women, given concerns about productivity, laziness, and liability. Women often take offense or accuse others of disrespect when faced with this reality. A cringeworthy video showed a woman trying to escape an argument she lost, thinking she achieved something with her dramatic exit. It's a typical example of women creating problems where none exist. And that concludes today's discussion on MGTOW voice. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on future videos. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next video.